Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to John J. Del Negro Field here at Drury High School as the Blue Devils play their final regular season game as they entertain Mohawk Trail on Senior Day. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on this beautiful early November afternoon. I'm Rick Bua, always joined by my partners John Bird and Joanne Hurlbutt. John, we had a storm come through the Northeast this week, a lot of wind and rain, but the field is not in bad shape, and we lucked out. We've got a game in the mid-40s with a lot of sun. It feels real good, but it's good to be up at Drury. We haven't been up at Drury yet this season, even though we did the Drury-McCann game early in the season.
Yeah, we have a bird's eye view up here of the field, and you're going to see it with the camera. But yeah, the field's in great condition. We see one little pothole, but that's always near the 40. And with all the rain, the only thing's missing is our leaves. All that storm, the leaves left.
Absolutely.
But no, it should be a great game today.
It's always really nice to be here on Senior Day. We can't be everywhere on Senior Day. I wish the McCann Tech football team the very best as they take on Pathfinder this afternoon just down the road. The Blue Devils come in at 5-2 overall, 4-1 in the league, in the Tri-County League. We're gonna let the PA announcer talk a little bit about the senior cheerleaders and senior players, and then John and I will give you a little update before we start.
Evan Shippey, number 24, and Jaden Whiting, number 1. We are now going to begin with the Drury Football seniors. I'll call this player, and then the families can join them out in the center of the field. We do have somebody down there taking pictures, so make sure you pause for the pictures. Our first senior is number 13, Dante Woodson. For basketball, he's undecided but knows he is attending college. Joining him on the field is his dad Michael, his mom Yolanda, his sister Eliana, his brother Jason, his brother Tyrese, and his grandmother Josephine.
Right here.
Good luck today, Dante. Our second senior is Keegan Vidal. He is number 2, and this is his first year on Drury varsity. He plays basketball, is a member of the student council, plays baseball, and plays AAU basketball. Keegan plans to attend college in Florida, studying in nuclear engineering or journalism. Joining him on the field is his mother, Lila, his father, David, his brother, Darian, and his sisters, Cameron, Kiara, and Kylie. Our third senior is Dante Carr. He has first 43 and 53, and today he is wearing number 57. Dante has been on varsity for 5 years. He plays basketball, baseball, and is a peer mentor. He plans to go to Franklin Pierce University, then transfer to Alabama State University, majoring in sports medicine. Joining him on the field is his mom, his sisters, his dad, his nana, his grandpa, his girlfriend, his stepmom, cousins, brother-in-law, and his Our next senior is Danny Cardinal, number 21. Danny has been on Drury varsity for 3 years. He is attending the Air Force. He is joined by his mother, Samantha, his father, Ernest, and his sister, Haley. Our next Drury senior is number 14, Peyton Barnes. Peyton has been on varsity for 3 years. He also plays baseball at Drury. He plans to attend MCLA next fall. Joining him on the field is his grandpa Bruce, his brother Preston, his sister Marriott, Coach Moore, Kate Moore, and Addie Moore. Our last Drury football senior is Austin Gross, number 34. This is Austin's first year on Drury varsity. He has been a major contributor to the team both defensively and offensively. He plans to attend college in the fall. He is joined on the field by his mother Stella and his father Chad. We're going to switch over to the Drury senior cheerleaders now. Our first Drury senior cheerleader is Isabella Lascardo. Isabel has been on the varsity team for 3 years. She is a captain of band front, third in the senior class, New Sigma Honor Society, and senior class vice president. Isabel plans to double major in nursing and biomedical engineering at UVM. She is joined by her mom Lisa, her dad Paul, brother Nicholas, grandmother Barbara, and boyfriend Brian. Good luck today, Isabel. Our next senior cheerleader is Zoe Doherty. Zoe has been on the varsity team for 5 years. She is a captain of the varsity team as sophomore and senior year and president of New Sigma. She plans to attend college after high school in hopes of entering a pre-medical program. She is joined by her mother Aisha, father Seth, stepfather Joe, brother Corey, and sisters Autumn, Eliana, Destiny, and Lily. Our next senior cheerleader is Nora O'Connor. Nora has been on the varsity team for 4 years. She is a member of Nu Sigma Honor Society. She plans on becoming a dentist, attending Emmanuel College for the first 4 years, and then dental school. She is joined by her father, Paul.
No. Archie, how do you think they would look all the way down? Then? I don't think it would look wonky.
Good luck today, Nora. Our next senior cheerleader is Jaden Tower. Jaden has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years. She has played for 3 years on Drury Sophomore and has achieved Nu Sigma. Her future plans are to attend Emmanuel College and become a nurse. She is joined by her mother, Julie, father, Aaron, stepmother, Emma, and sisters, Kylie and Alan. Good luck today, Jaden. Our final senior cheerleader is Iris Needle. Iris has been on the varsity team for 3 years. She is in the band and chorus. Iris plans to major in biology and become a veterinarian. She is joined on the field by her mother Amber, father Brandon, brother Caleb, and little sister Eden. Good luck today, Iris. Congratulations to all of our seniors. Good luck today in the game, and I'm heading back to the concession stand.
Okay, John, that was a real nice senior ceremony. For what I counted was, if I did them right, 5 cheerleaders and 8 players.
Yeah, that's a big amount. And it's a big number for the football team, considering how many players they actually have on there.
Yeah, it's getting more common now, John. I've noticed after doing my research throughout Western Mass for some of the smaller schools, especially Division 8. Some 7, definitely 8. You're looking at 25 is a lot.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's a big number.
I think Mark Harrington might be close to 30 at Hoosick Valley. I'm not sure what Gary Campbell Jr. has down at Wacona, but
bigger school
I
too.
I can't tell you that. Yeah, and here's the other thing I want to bring to the attention of our audience is that Mohawk Trail has had a football team forever, just like Drury High School has. But Mohawk actually a couple years ago were playing a couple of teams from their general area. One was Turners Falls and one was Pioneer Valley.
Pioneer Valley, yeah.
And Pioneer last year could not field the team and talked to the AD at Turners Falls, and the kids from Pioneer went over to Turners Falls. This year, neither Pioneer Valley or Turners Falls could field a football team, so they got a hold of the MIA and they told them to call Mohawk Regional. And
so they have 3 schools.
They have 3 schools with a total of maybe 20, 22, 25. We're not sure. Let's see. We count,
Yeah.
John. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 4, 22.
22 with 3 schools.
Yeah.
Now, Drury has 2 schools because they have Mount Greylock, which I think there's 4 participants from Mount Greylock on the team.
I'm pretty sure you're right, John.
And
1, 2, 3. I show 4. Yeah,
Yep.
from Mount Greylock. Yeah.
so, even with that.
And here's something I picked up this week in the Berkshire Eagle. The Lanesboro Tigers, the senior team. When I say senior, I'm talking about it's like 7th, 8th graders.
Yep.
pre-high school. They beat Adams Cheshire to win the Berkshire County title this year. And they looked like they had a good-sized squad. Now those kids will most likely, if they stay in their district, will go to Mount Greylock, and will have the opportunity to play either there or if they co-op again next year with Drury here. So Drury kind of reaps the benefits of both the North Adams youth program and the Lanesboro program. The Lanesboro program has been really
good. Yeah,
for a long time.
As has Adams.
But
because then it breaks it up by
the heavy winds that were here a couple of days ago have subsided. As I said, with the rains we got here, it looks really nice. With a couple of spots that you saw, John, that we always get here.
Yeah, on the 40 normally. I don't know why. It's always in the same spot in this field, but this field also gets used for soccer. So, but it's in good shape. Our national anthem.
Good afternoon, students, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John J. Domingo Field. On behalf of Drury High School and the 375 member schools of the MIAA, you are cordially welcome to today's contest between the Blue Devils and the Warriors of Mohawk Regional High School. The students participating in today's activity are representing their schools, families, and themselves. Please encourage these student athletes with personal displays of support and good sportsmanship. Due to technical difficulty, there will be no playing of our national anthem today. Sorry. Not unless you people would like to sing it. There you go. Go to it.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. We're behind a little bit, John. Here we go. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now that's the way it's done. When the audience,
you won't find me on American Idol or The Voice.
We're going to crack glasses with the way we sing, but the participants that are here at the game are the ones who sang the national anthem.
Yeah.
Something different for sure.
Yeah. Well, that was PA announcer, longtime PA announcer Mark Vadnais, who always reads the MIA Code of Contact. Welcome everybody here, and he said because of technical difficulties, if you couldn't hear Mark, said that there would be no play unless you want to sing it, and the players, the cheerleaders, and all the spectators, and we just kind of joined in, so that's all right.
Okay, so we got through that one, and we'll apologize for our voices, but it should be an exciting game. Should be a close game. Mohawk, Ricky.
Mohawk comes in at 3-3 overall, and 3-2
in the league.
2-3. Sorry, 2-3 in the league. 3-3 overall.
Okay.
Wins against Franklin Tech, Smith Volk, and Pathfinder, and lost 12-0 to McCann, 14-12 to Palmer, and 28-16 to Ware.
Oh boy, they've had some good games.
Yeah, they played tough. This has the makings of a fairly close game on paper, but we'll see.
And a kickoff, a very great kick, by the way, all the way down to the 11-yard line. Oh, he's got a seam. He could go.
That's Anthony Pettingill, I believe, John.
Boy, if we'd have broke it to the outside, he was gone.
Yeah, it's Anthony Pettingill, the sophomore, number 23.
There was only one. The kicker was the only one left, and he broke it in, and instead of breaking it out, he might have gone all the way. Still a great return of 32 yards he returned the ball, so that's a good return. And I think Mohawk's lucky he didn't break it on the outside. It would have, I think he'd have gone all the way.
The Blue Devils, as we said earlier, John, they come in at 5-2, 4-1 overall. Their only league loss was last week, 20-0 at Ware. Ware will be a playoff team this year, along with, I think, Lee Hoosick Valley, not sure on the fourth one. Give to Woodson off the left side.
Yeah, a gain of about, Woodson.
Waiting for the whistle.
Yeah,
Probably 3 yards, maybe?
Yeah, by the way they're marking it, looks to be about from the 43 to about the 46. Gain of 3. Boy, he runs straight up.
He still does a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very upright. If he ever lowered himself down a little bit, boy, I think he could knock some people over.
The quarterback is senior Keegan Vidal. The featured back is Dante Woodson. Splitting out left is Peyton Barnes, the senior. The fullback, I believe, is Schulteis, if he's in there. All right, I don't see that.
Brazo was in motion. Again, the same off left tackle. Yeah, just a big pile.
Push the pile, yeah.
And a gain of about 2 more yards, maybe 2.5.
Yeah, we're talking 3rd and 5 here.
Yeah.
As they get very close to midfield. Coach Al Marshall calls the plays. Keegan Vidal comes over, gets it, and brings it back in. The big tight end, of course, is number 89, sophomore Timmy Brazo.
Is he supposed to be hitting the A or the B?
And we got a pitch. Oh, that blew up right away.
Yeah, and that got forced inside really, really quickly. I'm looking for the number. It looks like
number
maybe
5.
Number 5, is it?
Yeah, Liam Driscoll.
Liam Driscoll, the senior, yeah.
He blew that play up. He was untouched. Well, where I thought they might go for a 4th down, and who knows, maybe still. Gotta have a little faith in your defense, and this is they already know that they're out of the playoff contention, so games will be played a little different today, I believe.
Yeah, they're at least going to set up to look like they're going to go.
Well, why not? You're near midfield.
4th and 6 from their own 47-yard line.
And it's going to be a pass play. He might as well chuck it to the cheap seats. Get rid of it. Don't take a loss. And he's open. He's open, but if he would have broke away, not a bad pass, by the way.
Pass intended for Peyton Barnes, just off his fingertips.
He went lateral instead of coming beat for it. Let me tell you, that just missed.
Here's my call, John. And again, we say this at least once or twice every time we do a football game. We broadcast the games. We don't second coach it. We're not coaching ourselves. That would have been a nice 3rd down play, and then I would have punted. I was not going to give Mohawk Trail the ball inside Drury territory. I'm just not going to do that.
Well, I think
I do understand what you're saying though about let anything go here.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Rick. You know how we talk about the passing game. You shouldn't just pass on obvious downs. Run up the middle. Big hole.
Big hole is right.
Yeah. And he got a monstrous.
All the way down to about the 40-yard line.
And that was number 24, I believe, Rick.
It's number 24.
Evan Shippey?
Yeah, he's a senior.
So that was a big gain of 7, and he didn't even get touched for about 5 yards.
Huge hole, too.
Yeah, we could see it. Our advantage and advantage of the camera being here at Drury that you get to see it.
You know, on that pass that Vidal just threw, it was a beautiful pass. You know who threw a nice block there? It was a referee. Because he was just standing there. And he, unfortunately, one of the defenders.
Well, we got that's a big hole also. And if it wasn't for.
Big 1st down all the way to the 30-yard line. Big. That's Shippey again, number 24.
Right, if it wasn't for Lewis, how would you say that?
Gelati?
Gelati's how it's spelled. Boy, I never spelled it like that when I was young.
No, well, it's spelled differently, but it's pronounced Gelati.
Gelati. Well, Gelati jumped on his back. Thank you for that. And that's a 1st down and very good field. They've moved the ball very far down to the 32-yard line in just 2 plays.
Drury definitely outsized. Yeah. Definitely outsized. You just tell by the physiques of these young men here from the trail.
And a fumble! On
the ground, and
I think they recovered.
They did.
So a mix up there between the quarterback and the running back there.
It's very, very hard, ladies and gentlemen, to give you the players' names and numbers because their jerseys are white and in the lettering, their numbers are yellow.
They look like Sean Davenport,
I think
quarterback.
Is it number 8?
Yeah. So Davenport was looking for something different than what he got. I mixed up in communication there, but
2nd and 11 because of that bad handoff. In a pistol.
Yeah.
He's back. He looks.
Wide open. At
the 30-yard line, and a good tackle there.
Oh, nice tackle by number 34 for Drury.
Austin Gross, the senior.
Yeah. He wrapped them up, and and it was a nice tackle. It grabbed him around the hips and spun him down. Instead of going for, like a lot of people go for the shoulder pads, and it's not usually successful.
Well, let me tell you, John, I've been to some Williams football games this year, and I've seen some NESCAC football, offensive lines not as big as Mohawks.
Really?
Well, take a look at those kids.
Yeah, they're big.
We're watching the ball. If we watch the ball, you're watching the quarterback, you're watching the ends, and you're watching the backs. Well, take a look.
Yeah, that line is big.
One tooth. Even look at that. I mean, you're huge. They're absolutely huge.
They're big. Yes,
for high school.
Yep.
They got a 5 going.
3rd down and about 8.
Oh, he's wide open. That is wide
Nice
open.
little swing pass.
And can he tackle him? And he does. Number 5 for Drury, Trey Lapierre.
5 is Gelati.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got number 9. I got to get rid of these glasses, man.
Yeah.
They're for long distance and not short.
So it's 4th down, and of course, there's no question about it. I mean, they're at Drury's 27-yard line. It's 4th and about a long 4, maybe 5 here.
Yeah, and Ricky, there was 2 guys open in that pattern. Both guys were open. He went with the short guy. If he'd ever gone to the long guy, he would have had the first down. Because this is one thing we talk about passing attacks in high school. A lot of people can't defend it. You got a cornerback over here defending nothing but, I don't know.
Look for the run here. Oh, you're going to get some motion.
Could be. And who caused what?
It's on the offense.
I would guess it's the offense.
They're already walking back to Drury.
Yeah.
Clapping.
And yeah.
This changes everything. Now it changes the play, too, most likely.
Oh, it probably changes the play.
4th
but
and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Well, I can tell you, from what I can see up here, every passing situation, the men have been wide open. So Drury's going to have to get a little tighter on defense. Can't give them that big cushion.
Yeah, you got 2 wideouts. You got to put a body on.
Yeah,
these
and
kids,
very reluctant to come out here was the linebacker, and they've given him a 10-foot spread, wide open.
Oh, here's a screen.
Nice play. Can he tackle him in time?
And they got him.
They got him in time, but it was a nice play.
Yeah,
and
Mohawk has moved the ball really, really well. The one thing that did kill them, John, was the fumble.
Right.
That backed them up.
That backed them up.
They
The
really
procedure call. The penalty.
The penalty also. So those 2 things, right? You got to stay clean, but they have proved so far, at least on that drive, they can move the football. And Drury went 4 and out. So
I'll tell you what, very, very good looking offensive plays on the offense. They're wide open plays. Drury's just recovered very well. They gave them the first down.
Wow. I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
Wow. I thought it was at least a yard, almost too short. But I tell you, I guess you can't really trust the sticks.
Okay, well.
Wow.
Motion sustained. Disregard anything the announcers
That's
just said
right.
about 4th down.
Well, I guess not. Well, that's a big first down, and they've been positive all but the fumble and the penalty.
Davenport's the quarterback. His tailback is Shippey.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get motion. Two people motion.
The outside backer went in motion with him, and he went to hit the side of the line.
Well, he tried to cut it. Yeah, he tried to cut inside. The linebacker.
Did you see that call, John?
Yeah, I saw it because the linebacker was following the guy in motion, but he came up into the play.
So just
Come inside the tackle.
Right.
Guy blitzing the side the motion's coming from.
So
it should be 1st and 5 now
first
for
and 5.
Mohawk.
Yeah.
This 34 here on the left side.
To me, they're giving too much of a cushion.
Very end of this game.
If you're gonna stand off 10, 15 yards, these guys are gonna keep completing passes. They're off, 12 yards, 12 to 15 yards.
Under 6 minutes with the clock running. There's Davenport to Shippey. Huge hole.
Yeah.
Huge. Big.
Yeah,
Those
that number 30.
guards and tackles, the center just opened up huge holes
Oh
there.
yeah.
1st and goal for Mohawk at the 8-yard line of Drury.
Making it look pretty easy right now.
Right now Drury has no answer to the running game and very little.
Or the passing game. No, I think every pass has been completed.
A couple swing passes, a little screen pass for the first down, and they looked very good. But we said, John, coming in, they maybe be 3-3, 2-3 in the league, but they have played close ball games.
Close.
And I'm going to give those scores again after.
Yeah. Unless they have a mistake. There it is.
And there's a touchdown to number 1, Jaden Whiting, the senior.
The 8-yard pass. Well, Ricky, what I say every week every time we do a high school football game, if you pass the ball, you can be very successful because most teams can't defend it. They don't see it enough. So I'm going to tell you, they made that look so easy that they're playing off their receivers, and I'll tell you, that offensive display coming down through there, what you said earlier, you better be kicking the rest of the day.
I'm sorry, John. Again, I'm not going to give Mohawk their first possession in Drury territory.
Right.
I kicked the ball away.
That kickoff return now looks really big because that kick return by Drury, he came close to breaking it.
And the kick is up.
And it's
good. And the kick is good.
Yeah.
So Mohawk looked very impressive on that drive. For a short moment there, we thought Drury stopped him on 4th down, but
I did. I thought it was a good yard short, but from our vantage point, maybe whether we lined up the sticks, we just didn't have a good look.
So I'm going to run you by those Mohawk scores one more time. They beat Franklin Tech 15-13, and Franklin Tech's having a pretty good season. Beat Smith Volk 37-6, beat Pathfinder 49-0. Smith Volk and Pathfinder, the lower 2 teams in Tri-County. Then they hit the tougher part of their schedule. And here's a hats off. Great job to Tony Skiffington and his Hornets. The Hornets went to Mohawk when they were 3-0 down there over on the trail.
All right.
And beat them 12-0, John.
Oh, wow.
And then they lost to Palmer. This team, Mohawk lost to Palmer 14-12 and lost to Ware, the champions of the Tri-County League, 28-16. And Ware gave Hoosick Valley fits this year. They gave. So
they've been in every game but basically one, and who knows how that one went with McCann. Now, again, a nice kick. Somebody's got.
This looks like it's Gelati.
Yep, it is Gelati.
30. And he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
The 34, maybe the 34-yard line is the freshman, Louis Gelati.
Well, with the size of Mohawk, I don't think they're going to just be able to run it up the middle. So we'll see what Drury's got here on offense.
Dante Carr, the senior, is wearing number 57 today. He had been 43 earlier in the season. Here come the Blue Devils from the 30, their own 35, their second possession.
Well, they're starting about at the 35-yard line, so we'll see how this works out. About a 22-yard return.
Is that right?
Positive yards
got
by
about
Woodson.
Yeah, about 3 for Woodson. Somewhere around there.
And we are at 4:50 and the clock running here in the first quarter. This game is being played at Drury High School on the 2nd of November. Here we are already.
Yes.
No more foliage. Joanne and John, no more foliage.
No, that ball
pretty
blew
much gone
down.
after the last rain and windstorm.
Yeah, that all left.
Just right up the gut, pretty much.
Well, if you can get 3 and 4 every
Here's
time,
Woodson.
that says you should get a first down. But you got to hope that, that's an average of 4 per carry. Went 3 on the first play and got 5 on the second play.
Yeah, so it's about 3rd and 3. You know what I like about McCann's offense, John? As we were down there a couple weeks ago, and then we also did the McCann-Drury game, is Coach Skeffington is lucky enough to have 3 incredible backs that he uses pretty much equally. You know, he kind of features one, but Schulteis is the fullback. Well, I think we have some movement there, but I don't see a flag. Woodson trying to get away.
A loss of yardage.
Yeah. He's going to set up 4th down now.
Well, you can't. To me, that makes it hard when most of the defense knows that you're not going to throw the ball. I mean, you can cheat a little bit more in the box.
They may go again here.
4th and 4. You better have something up your sleeve on this one. I don't think you need to throw it 30 yards. You just got to get 5. And we saw before with this team that Brazo was one of their better outlets.
Yeah, he's tight end right. Let's see if Timmy goes out here.
He's delayed going out. He's being grabbed. He's open. He fell. He fell. Brazo fell, and that was the guy that they were going to throw to.
Yeah, he unfortunately Vidal had to eat the football, and he gets taken down at the 40-yard line. And another. Let's see what the flag's all about. If it's certainly on Drury, they're going to.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not sure yet. The offense is staying out there.
I don't think there's much difference between the offense and the defensive personnel. Maybe one or two players.
Oh, yeah, I think so, John.
Tripping. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So, we don't have the instant replay, but I remember Brazo going down. He was the guy out in the flat, and maybe that was the guy that got tripped because that was the outlet.
I saw Timmy go down on his pass pattern.
So I don't know if it was him or someone else. But anyway, that was a play that we've seen him run before at McCann. However, you can't wait until 4th and obvious to run that. I think you got to be a little bit more open on that offense so they don't cheat in the box.
So the penalty brings the ball to the Mohawk 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Schulteis is still the fullback. Only this time the tailback is Gelati, the freshman. Danny Cartmel also in the ball game. Inside was Cartmel, and he gets taken down right away for no gain, right pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain.
They're going to put it right there. They tried one of those little inside handoffs, John, that we used to see, those little traps.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
But it was slow to develop, I thought.
Slow to develop. I'm just watching the defense.
So with the offense right now, Pettingill is on the bench, and he's the receiver, and also Dante Woodson out as Gelati becomes the featured back here at 2nd down.
Well, they have 9, almost 10 in the box. They have 2 wide receivers, but really one is about 5 yards off the play, and the rest of them are in the box. So you got 9 guys in the box. He's got to beat one guy in the corner.
Gelati. And he could not get away from,
right.
I want to say, John, number 11, but maybe not. I couldn't tell. I'm sorry, I can't read their jerseys.
No, they're tough. The gold, it might be a nice-looking uniform, but you can't read them from this distance.
Not close. Not even close can I read those numerals. Maybe the referees can, but if you're calling a football game for where we are up on the press box, I can't see it. It was hard enough just to figure out who the tailback and the quarterback were, for crying out loud.
All right, well, it's 3rd and long.
They don't make our job easy, do they, John?
No, that's okay. we get paid so much, so we're volunteers.
I don't know. We could talk to Joanne about set up a new contract, maybe do an extension.
Yeah, we'll get some binoculars so we can see the numbers better. Anyway, it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, and it's now they've out in the flat. Almost.
Oh, beautiful defensive play as Danny Cartmel. He probably wishes he could have come back for the ball, but it was Devin Buchanan, a freshman.
Buchanan came in. And let me tell you.
Tapped that ball away.
He was on a dead run for the interception, so I think Drury's just lucky that it got tipped. You can see that he read it and saw it, and that's what happens when we just had the one guy. Sometimes you like to put 2 guys out in the pattern and make them think a little bit more.
Well, your featured back is out of the ball game with Woodson.
Yeah.
And your featured, the kid that's done the most with yards gained off passes is Pettingill, and he's on the sidelines right now.
Yeah, that's hard to understand. Well, movement. Drury jumped.
That's going to set up 4th now.
It's going to be 4th and, 13 maybe?
Yeah. I don't give him field position here with a minute and a half to go. It's going to be 4th and about 12, and I would punt the ball away the best I could, unless they just don't have a kid that can punt the football, John. You know, I'm just assuming, but we did see Drury punt at McCann earlier this year.
Well, it's 4th and 13, and this is where what I've seen so far, Mohawk has the advantage because they have multiple sets, multiple different looks on the pass pattern, and yet so far I haven't
Drury's
seen.
0 for 2 on 4th down.
Yeah. All right, it was 4th and 13. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Vidal in a shotgun. Good snap.
Yeah. He's got it, bombs away, and the Drury guy,
It kind of flooded up there. It was intended for
right.
Cartmill.
Cartmill, if you look for the pop-up, he didn't realize it was going to come off the defender.
Liam Driscoll and Devin Buchanan, number 5 and number 7, as they get closer, I could read their numbers, tipped the ball away. So it's going to be Mohawk ball, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. So again, for the 3rd time, John, they're going to get great field position here.
Well, I don't remember them kicking. This is the only second time they've had the ball.
Maybe it's just the second time.
Right.
Yeah.
So Drury's had it twice. Now Mohawk gets it 3 times.
Yeah, they went on 4th down all 3 times.
Coach, they swap the corner on this side out.
Davenport with a little flip.
Yep. And read pretty well by number, see him in a minute. Well, he ducked behind all the players now. I believe it was, I'm still looking for his number.
I think Danny Cartmill made the tackle, though.
Cartmill was 21. He was the one who made the tackle that I could see. That was what I was looking for, but he got kind of caught in the wave of players there.
That's about a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
45 seconds left in the fourth.
Man
in motion. There's a give right up the gut.
Right up the middle. And let me tell you, that big offensive line, finally the whistle. But a good gain on it.
Great job there by Ryan Goss.
Yeah, the Drury middle, from the middle linemen and the backers there, they held them.
Number 50, Ryan Goss is one of the Greylock students.
Yeah, sophomore.
He's only a sophomore.
Okay, well,
and
that's the end of the quarter, Rick.
His granddad is Ronnie Goss, senior.
Oh wow.
I believe Ryan is Tim's son, and he's a good-sized young man for a sophomore. So it's good. So we come to the end of the first quarter here at Drury, John J. Del Negro Field, and after one, it's Mohawk Trail 7 and the Blue Devils nothing. We'll be right back with second half action. You're watching high school football on Northern Berkshire Community Television. All right, second quarter, Mohawk, all they simply do is they're going from left to right. They're going from north to south. 3rd and short. Davenport calls signals. He looks.
Oh, I like this.
Wide open.
Look at
right
this.
over
Look
the
at
middle.
That. Wow.
And for a first down at about, they're playing a zone defense, and they had 3 kids who were wide open that I saw.
That was the easy button, as they have at Staples. I mean, he just sat there, no rush. The guy was wide open.
So that completed pass brings the ball down to about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mohawk. Very impressed with their offensive.
Well, I like this offensive scheme.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not predictable. Well,
they got 3 split out right.
Yeah.
With Shippey in the backfield. Davenport with a draw right up the middle. Huge gain.
Yep, all the way down to the 19-yard line. And looks like they're
going to place the ball to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Woodson was in there on the tackle, same with Gelati. They stopped them, but it was a gain of 8.
They're pretty much running the ball at will, and the passing game looks pretty good. John, you know what? It just makes me shrug my shoulders. I've never seen this team before, and I've only seen Drury once this year, and as successful as the Blue Devils have been, you wonder why Mohawk is 2-3 in the league.
Well, they had a couple of tight games, too.
Yeah, they did.
So, let me tell you.
They're hard to stop offensively, John.
Well, because they don't just do one thing.
They're impressive.
Right.
Man in motion. Davenport looks.
Look at
got plenty of time over the middle. Incomplete.
Incompletion, and he dropped the ball, but I think we'll see it go back to the run here.
Good coverage there by Seth Schulteis.
It was in his hands, maybe a tad behind him, but he could have had that ball. Good-looking passer, for sure, Davenport. Not getting any pressure.
I just want to bring to everybody's attention, John, with Drury now co-oping with the students from Mount Greylock. They do wear the traditional most of the time, the Drury blue and white, but on one side of the helmet they got the Drury D, and on the other side, if you could notice it, it's got the Greylock G on it.
Yes, I did. I saw it. I think they wore Greylock shirts when they went over. And
they did when they played over John T. Allen Field. They did. They wore red shirts. Yeah. Draw right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Better pursuit there.
Well,
Real
he was
nice
close.
pursuit. Yeah,
boy, I'll tell you what.
That's Ryan Goss.
Ryan Goss
50.
And 34.
34 and 57.
34 helped out.
57 is Dante Carr, and 34 is Gross.
Gross.
Gross and Goss.
Gross and Goss.
That's tough, yeah. All you do is add a letter there.
Yeah.
Right? Add the R.
Oh, no. I got, I need bifocals because I wear my long visions for the distance, and then I look down at the paper and it's like a blur.
So you got 4th down and very short. 4th and very short.
Yeah, Austin Gross and then Ryan Goss. And there are only one name in between them. That's why I'm getting confused on the program.
Clock's running. 9:45 left here, second quarter.
And a QB sneak, and he got it easy.
He's got plenty.
He did a Tom Brady.
Whistle, yeah.
He did a Tom Brady.
So finally, Carr takes him down, 57.
Yeah, at the 20.
And first down for the Warriors.
He just got pancaked on this one.
I know.
So for the Blue Devils, in talking to Athletic Director David Reset, as they do in Massachusetts, John, for the teams that don't participate in the playoffs, the 4 top teams in Western Mass, they'll play 2 more games yet to be determined.
Oh, wow. Look at the line. The offensive line pushed him out.
5-7 yards downfield.
Right. It was 5-7 yards before he even got touched, actually.
Well, the ball's going to be on about the 15-yard line. That's a gain of about 6.
I think I could run behind that line. Maybe not. Blow a hamstring on the first play. But, no, to give them credit, they're really pushing off that line for sure.
Yeah. See if Drury can create a turnover here somewhere.
Yeah, they need something big.
A tip pass.
A tip pass and go all the way with an INT or something.
Fumble.
I think they're going to pass, but, who knows. It is a pass. And he's looking out in the flat. He's open. And he caught. Oh, did he catch it?
He did. What a beautiful catch. What a beautiful, beautiful catch. Is it? I think it's number 1.
Nobody was anywhere close to him. That was.
I think it's number 1, Jaden Whiting, with the reception from Davenport. And I'll tell you, what a beautiful spiral.
Yep.
And he threw it where the ball could not be anything except caught or dropped. It could not have been intercepted. It was he had the defender beat by a couple of yards.
That's just the difference. When you can pass the ball and you can run the ball, it makes it tough to defend. You know me, I like to see it 70-30 pass because it's hard to defend.
No, I didn't know it was in
And the kick is good.
Yeah, kick was good by a long shot. That'd have been good from 30 yards. Maybe farther.
So Whiting's caught both touchdowns, John. At 5:14 of the first quarter, an 8-yard pass from Davenport to Whiting made it 6-0. The point after kick was good.
And then the 15-yarder there.
Yeah, and then of course now at 8:33 of the second, it was a
15-yard pass. Yeah. So that's the difference when you're not predictable. And right now, when you can run and pass it, it makes it hard to defend.
Hey, Coach. Coach, you want to just holler to Brendan, make sure he stays in his lane? Because I've noticed they're going right towards him just about every time.
So deep for the Blue Devils, standing
Okay, he's supposed to be dropping back like that?
inside their 10-yard line is Gelati. And
Well, we got one the up man.
this is going to be Woodson.
He's got 1 man to beat, 2 men to beat. Let me tell you.
Nice breakdown by Devin.
And good tackle there by number 7, Devin Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan made a real nice tackle there.
And the return by Dante Woodson will give Drury their third possession?
Their third possession, starting from the 36-yard line.
I was just about to say, Rob was looking at that.
They got to do something.
Because Dukes is already in there, huh? Here's Cody Jackson.
Oh, my back. Sore.
Basketball season's coming, John. We're going to be sitting.
Yeah, I've just been bad back the last couple weeks. And there's Woodson on the outside. On the slipped on the cut.
So he only picks up a yard at the most.
Yeah, 1 yard, maybe. We're going to squeak him out a yard. It was about 6 inches, well, maybe a foot gain.
Half yard.
Half a yard. So I don't think you got to get a full yard before they give you credit.
That maybe, we can't tell from here. It looks like the toughest part of the field.
Yeah, it's right around that hole there at the 40. It's usually the wettest spot, always has been the last 15 years I've been coming up here. The option.
Keep. And Keegan's going to pick up some positive yards out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, gain of 4.
It's
4.5.
Yeah, it's going to set up a 3rd and 6.
That was a nice run.
You got to break it up a little bit because they're really
stacking the line, man.
Yeah, they're focusing on Woodson.
They're just stacking, and they got 10 guys in the box, and sometimes just 9 when they have the guy in the receiver out there. He's not even pretending even to, he's only giving them 3-5 yards on a. And then the outside backer just cuts in. So, you got 2 guys out in the formation this time. So
let's see if they go to pass.
And it's supposed to be a swing out pass, but he's getting killed.
Vidal's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Yeah, it was supposed to come to Woodson's way with Pettengill out in front blocking, but that got snuffed out.
Yeah. I think I like the call there. He just, he had to be hurried up and just floated over the lineman's head. It was open.
You might have the punt team coming in for the first time, John, for Drury right now.
You got to punt it. You cannot give them at the 34-yard line. So I think it's Little El Marso. I'm not sure. 52 is Marso, but I don't know if it's 53. We don't have a 53. Looks like El Marso.
I think it's El Marso Jr.
Yeah. He got it off. See if he gets a roll.
Good. Not too bad.
Not bad.
Down to about the 35-yard line where it's down there.
Yep.
By Anthony Pettengill, and Mohawk leading 14-0 in total control so far, both offensively and defensively, will take over with 6:21 here.
Nice punt, about 32, 33 yards, a good punt. No return. The defense has got to stiffen up right now. They have to come up with a turnover. 6:21 in the second quarter. They got to come up with something. Oh my.
21's on Holland real soft, Coach.
Give right up the gut.
Oh, wide open.
Huge
and
gain.
nice tackle by Drury's. It's either Gross or who was another helper there? It might have been. He got up awful fast, and
Timmy Brazo was somewhere in the vicinity because he was the last one to get up.
Okay, so Brazo and. The center does a good job on the center, by the way.
They're probably averaging 7 yards a carry, John. They got 5 on that one.
Yeah, almost 6. Wide open here, playing soft on the
First
outside.
Down.
Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you, when you see the guy playing anywhere between 10 to 15 yards off the player, and you're a passing team, it's going to be open all day.
That pass was complete from Davenport
to number 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Matt Paulin. He's a junior.
Matt Paulin, yeah, junior. He's a little dinged up, though, so we're going to have a timeout here.
Oh, we got a timeout for the referee called. We'll keep it right here because I think he's going to have to go out for at least one play.
Yeah.
Got tangled up a little bit, maybe a foot or ankle. If Drury can make some adjustment, they can get themselves right back in it. But
they need a turnover somehow.
They need to get the ball back right now and hopefully score and at least make it a one possession type game here. Mohawk looks so good offensively.
Right up the middle, and let me tell you,
good pursuit there by Let's see, Schulteis on a half a tackle, and Woodson.
Woodson, yeah. Woodson was on the bottom of that, I believe.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, it's 34. That's Gross.
That's Gross, yeah.
Gross has been pretty.
Yeah, we called his name, Goss, Gross.
Yeah. I mean, Gross has been in quite a few plays, actually. And I noticed he was on the sideline, so he's a defensive player, not a two-way. But he plays the linebacker in the middle, and you can see why. He's pretty active.
You're right, John, about 53. I don't have a 53 on the Drury roster.
Looks like Al Jr., though.
He's in. He should be in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the pitch play, our first one of the day.
Oh, good pursuit there.
Brazo cleaned up, but somebody was there before him, and I believe it's 34 Austin Gross again, but there was somebody else over there, too, to help him.
Al Marshall's going in right now. He's 52, John.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
So there's a 53.
Yeah, there is. I just don't have him on the roster, but he did the punting the last time.
Yeah, he did good job, too, by the way.
Yeah, it was a nice line driving.
Line drive, 33 yards. We'll take it. No return.
Oh, not just that. I was just going to say the no return is the most important part.
Right. Third and long. It's the first time, so the way this team passes the ball, we'll see how number 21 here for Drury, Cartmill, he's way off. He's got to come up a little tighter than that. He's off 12 yards.
Davenport, straight back, looks, got plenty of time. Just fires downfield.
He caught
it.
Wow.
Beautiful pass. Guess who? Whiting.
Whiting, yep.
He's caught the 2 previous touchdown passes on beautiful spiral. They have an impressive offense.
Let me tell you.
And a good defense. Mohawk has been I can't say enough about it.
Nah, it's hard to defend.
They're doing a hurry-up offense here.
To make it even more difficult, Drury would be wise to call timeout.
They did. Boy, that's a backbreaker.
And you know what? The defender did all he could to try to deflect the ball.
But he was beat.
And he tried to jump up and try to deflect it. But, boy, he kept his focus and caught the ball.
No, it's only the third game we've done, John. We've seen 2 McCann games. We've seen the second time we've seen Drury. First time with Mohawk, and we saw Smith Vocational. So it's really, really hard to judge, and we're not here to do that. But this Mohawk Warriors team looks really good.
Well,
that's all I can tell
the thing is I've said it almost every time we've ever did a game, is that, when you pass the ball, you have the advantage because the defense is not used to a lot of passing. So when you see a passing team, you can see why, if you have any passing attack at all, how it opens up your game and then opens up the running game. So now you get on your heels a little bit on the passing game, and then all of a sudden they're getting 5 and 7 yards on the run. So it really, when you got a dual option offense, it really makes it difficult for the defense.
Yeah, absolutely right, John. 3:20 left, second quarter. Mohawk already leading 14-0. On the move again. Deep in Drury territory, 1st and 10. About the 14-yard line or so.
And there's the run to the outside, and Brazo cleaned it up, but was tripped up by...
Yeah, it was Carr again. I'm sorry, no. It was Gross again, 34.
Yeah, and also David Jans, he actually got his left arm out there and slowed that down.
Drury did not score last week in their loss at Ware, 20-0, and
you said it was late. It was close quite a ways for quite a while.
I guess for most of it, John. Yeah, and they haven't scored here in the first quarter, nor have they scored here in the second quarter. So they're looking at 6 quarters.
Boy, they need a turnover here. Pass, and the guy coming across. Quarterbacks.
I think we're going to have.
Normally that's a hold, but we don't know. I mean, the quarterback went to throw. No, we got another one. So there's,
52 was going at it with Timmy Brazo. 52 was Ryan Duclos.
Well, let me tell you, there was 2 flags, one early, which I would consider a hold.
But when you get one,
the other one's personal foul. Yeah, absolutely, and it's probably going to be
offsetting.
Yeah, I'm going to say offsetting because you can't hold yourself back. And maybe Timmy was upset because he got shot blocked. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Because so maybe that why he was kind of talking to the ref. Maybe he was the guy that got chopped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it was, but I just saw the two of them battling. Even after the whistle, I thought, and maybe the flag I thought was a second.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Was a second flag.
Big Timmy, he looks like a tight end that could play in college. His size.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's big.
He's only a high school sophomore.
Big kid. Well, I should say a big young man is what he is.
So, you know, with Louis Gelati, he's only a freshman, and you got some of the Greylock kids that are young. You got Timmy Braslow that's young. You got Anthony Pettengill's only a sophomore. So there's some experience here.
Well, we got a big one here. Second down. Are we going to go to Whiting again? He's going from deep.
It's incomplete.
Triple coverage.
A little bit more pressure put on Davenport that time, John.
It was a 15 yards.
So
that's going to set up fourth now and forever here.
Well, third and forever, but it's third and 25 maybe?
This 21's still playing real soft.
Okay, so they didn't change the down marker.
All right.
So it's third coming up. I'm sorry. You got to get inside the 5 for a first down. The ball is on the 29-yard line. So it's about third and 24.
Well, they like to go to Whiting, so be ready for maybe a decoy to Whiting because they're double and triple teaming now, and you got two guys out here on single coverage. And don't be surprised if he goes right on this toss. 4 wides.
So he's going to put some pressure.
No, he's looking left. That just looks like a short dump. Hope he can run. And nice defensive
Good job
play
by Dante Woodson.
Woodson, yeah. Nice open field tackle by Woodson. This is something they needed. Now you got fourth, and I would think that this is going to go in the end zone. I mean, you got to get to basically the end zone to get the first down anyway, unless you want to throw it 10 yards and think he can run it in from there.
Yep.
Which could happen, but I'm thinking he's going to bombs away on this one.
Craig, I think a bubble on this near side.
So we got timeout on the field called by Mohawk with a minute and a half to go. And Mohawk fourth down here, and the Blue Devils need a big stop and then see if they have a little passing game where they can put something together. We'll be right back after this timeout. Okay, Mohawk fourth down.
This ought to be exciting.
And long.
Now, the back is back there, I think, just for either protection of the quarterback or out in the flat.
Look at the room he's got. Look at the time he's got. Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete. So
first, hey, you know what? Give credit to the Drury defense for sticking tough.
Sticking tough. That 15-yard penalty really hurt him there.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was the first time that they, it was fourth and, what was it, 25 or something like that. So it was a long ways to go.
Oh, that one was, yeah. Yeah, they had to get it
down to the 2 or 3 yard line.
Just inside the 5 somewhere. Yeah. So Keegan Vidal will see what they got here with a minute 23 left on the clock.
Well, this is where you got to hope for.
I mean, at least for momentum, the defense knows that they can stop this team. You know, but you know what? You don't got to stop them, John. You got to stop on first down. They're getting 5, 6, 7 yards on first down.
Well, we got a power eye here.
Well, we got a whole second half of action left too.
So it goes into the lead back.
He's getting grabbed right away. So that tells you that the defensive line is just pushing the offensive line around a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
And offensive, it's size. It's just the Drury is just so undersized as far as their opponents are on the line.
Well, I wouldn't be too hurry here.
You got kids. You got kids definitely 250, 280. You got a couple kids 300 pounds on that team.
Oh yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
And we're going to go. He's going to try to beat this one guy, but he's got to hold his shirt. And then when
he's down at the 20.
Yep.
Keegan just can't seem to get.
Can't get outside.
He can't get himself free to take a look at.
Well, I think he was going to. Obviously, he was rolling out to his left, and option run throw is what he was looking for. And Mohawk wisely calls a timeout with third and long. And don't be surprised, because you get 5 of them in high school. Don't be surprised they don't call it after this play and make them kick.
Yeah, because you make them kick, and then you can always return it. You never know, and they're a big play team. So. Looks like lunch has arrived.
Yes. Miss Debbie.
So the Blue Devils, we'll see what Coach Marceau does here on 3rd and maybe 15 or 16.
Well, you got to make them burn the timeout. You got to run the ball here. You're not going to pass it. You're going to have to see if you break a tackle. If he breaks if he breaks one tackle, you never know. At least he burns some of the clock down.
Gets it out to about the 30-yard line where he's tackled, and Mohawk now stops the clock with just around 23 seconds or so left.
Yeah. Yep.
That forces the Blue Devils probably to punt the football. We have fourth and a long 8. And that's the last timeout, I believe.
For Mohawk it is. So now you're going to kick the ball. The clock will start. If you're wise enough, I think you'd better kick it out of bounds, if that would be what I would do, closest to us. I'd kick it out here and kick it out of bounds and make the offense come on the field. You don't want to return with probably with under 20 seconds. That'd be my call on it anyhow. So we're going to have, I think, 2 more plays.
Either one, because he's given so much space.
So
if you had like a wheel or like a bubble screen.
And the punt the first time, he's going to get it off. He did get it off, and he got it away from the defender, and he kicked it out of bounds. Well, not, but
almost went out of bounds.
You got to go up and touch it.
Or so.
There you go.
So it's down by Gelati.
Nice
at the Mohawk 45.
Nice punt, but Ricky, what I liked about it is the return guy was sitting on this hash mark, and he kicked it away from him. So smart move. Well, with 10 seconds, we got a possibility of maybe 2 plays. Depends.
If they're both pass plays, you got a chance for 2. I'm thinking 1 here.
Probably 1, unless it's an incomplete.
Well, you know what? You can.
Or you go down and out for about 10 yards and then give it a heave-ho into the end zone.
Yeah,
That's college ball.
They're going to take, and you know what they're going to do?
They're taking a knee.
They're going to take a knee. That's smart.
That's smart to do because you got a 14-0. You're getting the ball first in the second half. So that'll be the end of it.
And that'll be it for the first half here. So 2 touchdown passes, one in the first quarter and one in the second quarter from Sean Davenport to Jaden Whiting, and 2 PAT kicks that were good. Will give Mohawk Trail, the Warriors, a 14-0 lead over the Drury Blue Devils at halftime. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back. Got a lot of action left. Not made by, but made with. You know how much are they? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Drury High School. The Blue Devils trailing a Mohawk Trail in this final regular season Tri-County League game, 14-0 at the half. 2 touchdown passes from Sean Davenport to Jaden Whiting, 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter, and 2 PATs. Right through the uprights have given Mohawk the lead. The Mohawk has dominated the game so far offensively and defensively. See if Drury can turn it around here in the second half.
Yes, that'd be nice.
From the 20-yard line, there's a couple missed tackles, and finally,
fumble!
On the ground.
Who's got the ball?
I think it's Drury, I believe.
Well, Drury players are saying it, and now the referee is. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Anthony Pettingill, the sophomore, with the fumble recovery.
Well, that's what they needed to get back in the game. Maybe a little momentum. You get a kick, get good field position. Maybe a busted play or something.
The clock's running. I don't think the clock should be running.
Oh no! Why is the clock running? Come on, official clocker. What are you doing? Change of possession.
Yeah, he's telling them to stop the clock now.
I mean, I don't know who the clock man is.
Well, they 20 seconds just ran off the clock. Easy. From the time that Pettingill got off the pile, that clock never stopped.
Well, it's amazing.
Should be 11:45.
It should be delayed. You got to delay the start of it.
So big turnover here, Drury.
Power eye right up the middle, and he's up. He's upright. I mean, the
Pile's still going.
The pile's still going, and they finally are going to blow.
Nice job. But they're going to play the whistle.
Yeah. So.
And that was freshman Louis Gelati with the carry. A lot of potential athletically at Drury High School for that young man, John.
Well, that's one of the best offensive plays they've had for the game, and they gained 9 yards on first down. So not only do they have good field position, they got a good first starting play in the second half here.
Keegan Vidal's the quarterback. Seth Schulteis the fullback. Gelati. Here's the give to Gelati, right side. He's got the first down inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line.
So they're going to get the first down there. So
they could use a TD here, John, in the worst way.
Well, I don't think we're going to see too much different. They really like running between the tackles, that's for sure. The last game we saw against McCann, they did the same thing. So I'll tell you what I like. When I see from this perspective right here, Vidal, if he QD sneaked it because there's nobody over the center, or at least there wasn't, they're kind of spread out there. I mean, he could go right QB sneak straight up the middle and get 4 or 5.
That's all right.
They tried going off the left side with Timmy Brazo, the tight end, leading the way blocking, but very still positive yards, but only a yard.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the sideline, John. Right now, I believe for the first time, if I'm not mistaken, Gelati and Woodson are both in the game at the same time, along with Schulteis.
Well, they got to get up there quick. You can't get a delay of the game. So, yeah, this is going to be a run right by looks of it. It is. QB sneak and nothing. Lost the yardage.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say it.
Great pursuit by Mohawk.
Yeah, the defense really rose up on that play. I think right now this is a play that I think you got to pass. You can't make it obvious,
4 down territory.
Definitely that.
Ball just inside the 20-yard line, but it's 3rd and 10.
And they got nothing to the wide side. When McCann plays, we would do the McCann games. You got some of those guys that go to the wide end and try to, make a play to go into the wide side. And Drury doesn't have that play.
Schulteis is going to be split out right. Little different formation here. Brazo in motion.
That's run left.
Pass.
That's going to be pass left. Brazo's out in the pattern. Oh, no, deep. He's open.
And we got a
touchdown to number 13.
Dante Woodson. And Drury's right back in it, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. What do they say about the pass plays? Hard to defend. I don't care who you are, what team you are.
I was hoping the ball would get there when it did, and it certainly did. Beautiful pass from Vidal.
Right, and that's what you got to do. You got to open it up, so that maybe open up your running game. And I've always said that almost every broadcast. Got to pass a little bit more, and then you can open up the other side. So, anyway.
Drury going for 2 here.
No,
they're not.
They're going for the kick.
Pettingill is the holder.
Nice center.
Down.
And the kick's up. It looks good. All of a sudden, you got a game.
Wow.
All because of that turnover. That was big.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have 53's number. I wish I did. He's been doing the punting and the place kicking, and he did not show up on my roster. But with that PAT, it's 14-7, and the Blue Devils are right back in it now and have some momentum. See if that defense could dig in, John.
Well, let's see. Yeah, that's a spark that they needed. And sometimes it just takes one turnover and changes the complexity of it all.
at the 8:41 mark.
Well, all of a sudden, you know, that was I was hoping he'd pass on that down, and he did. That throw was right on the money, Ricky. Right on the money by Fidel.
Beautiful spiral.
Yep.
But he had some time.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the kick.
deep kick. And he's going to get it. Oh, he dropped it down
From
at the
14.
14. And still going, but he's going lateral, which means not much happened there. So didn't really get much return yards on it.
So Drury, after scoring and cutting the lead in half, has I don't want to say pinned him down, John, but this is going to be
For high school, 20's kind of back in the back area.
This is the worst field position, and
that they started on for sure.
Yeah.
You can go all the way back what you said, and you know, I didn't know if it was going to be 4-down territory or not, and they gave the Mohawk the ball on the 43-yard line. You know, so they started out the game in really good field position. So this is the first time that they're going to have to grind it out.
Now you can see it better, Trey. It hooks off. Nobody else is looking outside.
Nice hole. Nice tackle here by Drury.
Yeah, and they got to limit him to I'd say 2 or 3, John, and
Yeah.
let's see, they picked up at least 4.
Well, down on the bottom of the pile, I think it was Woodson. It was helped out by Brazo, and I believe also by Drury, Ryan Goss.
2nd and 6 for Mohawk. They split 2 left and 2 right.
Yeah, 4 wides, spreading right out here.
Davenport's the quarterback. There's
It's a little
flip again.
RPO to the outside, to the wide end, and let me tell you, well, he's still spinning and going though. They pulled him forward instead of pushing him back.
Number 14, Cam Lococo, a junior.
Well, it's 3rd and manageable.
That goes down as actually a completed pass.
Yes,
John,
it does.
that
Yeah.
flip, so.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield had one intercepted by the Patriots last week.
Yeah, by the
play.
lineman. Yeah, yeah.
Same play,
That was amazing.
yeah.
You don't see that very often, do you?
No.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I didn't see it in pro ball that the lineman gets in front of the but they were a lot tighter to the line than these guys. Anyway, 3rd and manageable by Mohawk.
3rd and about 3 for the Warriors. Big defensive down here, John. I know it's very early.
You got to
early
make
in the
this.
3rd quarter, yet 7:07 left. But Drury would love they'd love a hold here. See if they go to a short pass.
It is, but they're way off. I mean, when you're that far off the guy.
Oh, second effort got the first down.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. He should be throwing that down. Got away with that one.
Yeah, they did. No question about it.
Now, when you play 10 yards off, he can make that pass all day long. All day long.
In college, John, or in the pros, that was unnecessary.
That was, regardless what level you're playing at it. That's 10 yards, well, not 10. 5 yards, 7 yards out of bounds and on the track.
Yeah.
Yes, his helmet and shoulder pad both landed on the grate.
Clock stop with 6:49. First down for Mohawk from their own 40-yard line. Davenport looks.
There's that same play. Quick pass, yeah. A nice play by 34, that Gross and
Schulteis, 32 on the stops.
Schulteis, yeah. They recovered pretty fast on that one.
Only a gain of a yard on that screen pass.
I'll tell you what. That Gross has been pretty active the whole game there from his linebacker position. I said it before, but
yeah, it's called his name a lot, John.
Yeah, he's sniffing around that ball pretty well. And he's pretty sure-handed on the tackle.
Davenport looks.
Oh, wide open again. When you play in 10 yards, he threw it short.
Yeah, that was intended for his favorite receiver, Jaden Whiting, the young man with the 2 touchdown receptions today. And even if he caught the ball, John, it would have gone down as completion for no yards.
Right, because he's gone down. In high school, your knee's down just like college. If your knee's down, the play's over.
So 3rd and long. I mean, I like what you do, John, and I always have been a proponent of what you say about the passing game, how hard it is to defend, and I love seeing it. But this team can run the ball so well. I run it till they can't stop it anymore.
Well, I do both, yeah. But right now you're. This could really be a successful running play.
Davenport calling signals.
But out of that formation, that pass
throws,
wide open.
Complete. He's got
First
the first down.
What a lunge. He lunged for it. Got it.
Into Drury territory at about the 49.
Heads up.
But he's got plenty of time, John. You're
right.
He's got the time. Drury is not getting the pass rush. The offensive line is doing their job, not just opening gaping holes for the running game, but good pass protection for the passing game.
Yeah, that speaks volumes for the line, Ricky, because not every high school kid can pass block and run block. That's something that you got to do a lot of. So, when we see these games, a lot of just run blocking, and the pass blocking fails when they need to do it. Don't do it enough.
Second consecutive first down for the Warriors here. First and 10 for Mohawk.
I say run play. Yeah, it is. Run up the middle, and he's got a wide open hole.
He's got 7 yards.
Wow. Nice tackle over there, but not until 7 yards was gone by.
Running game's been there all day long for Mohawk.
And He's
got 6. Second and 4. See, Drury had him exactly where they want him in that third down, John, but then that completed pass and then a lunge forward. But then, they were going to go on fourth anyway.
Yeah, they were going fourth.
He's hurting bad.
I'm going to just tell you, if that play is open the whole time, they still haven't come up on him. Now he's 9 yards off. And when you're that far off, you're just make that pass all day long. And that's a run up the middle again. Oh, he's secondary now. What a tackle by...
Huge gain for Shippey.
Shippey, but if it wasn't for Cartmill, he would have been gone.
So the Blue Devils, who on a turnover, on a fumble recovery, scored on a pass from Keegan Vidal to Dante Woodson. The PAT cut this lead from 14-0 to 14-7, and the defense has not been able to contain right now the Mohawk offense with their third consecutive first down.
Yeah, they're deep in, not deep, but the 30-yard line, sort of deep.
Yeah, the defense has got to really buckle here. They don't want to go down 2 scores again.
This is pitch left, you would think. No, we're up the middle again. They're not stopping, like you said, run until they can stop you. And another 7 yards. Yeah, you don't even need to put the ball up in the air right now.
Let him know. Because that gets more and more every play, not wanting to play football at the sideline.
I wouldn't do anything but that right now. Maybe a little screen pass here or there to keep the defense honest, but no answers off that line of scrimmage. Clock running with 3:35 left here in the third quarter. A lot of ball game left here at Drury High School. 14-7 Mohawk. Mohawk with the football. On the move.
Let me tell you, they pass out of this formation every time, just about. And
there was a man in motion.
And he went early. He's open. And running step by step.
Yeah, good coverage there by Woodson.
And that was that guy, that Whiting, was it, that they'd been throwing the touchdowns to?
Number 1. Yeah. Yes, it is. Jaden Whiting. Oh, we got a flag in the middle of the field, and that's holding, John. That's where normally holding.
Yeah,
is.
When that flag goes there, it's normally holding.
And they're asking. I think they're asking the
Well,
coaches.
You got to take the penalty.
Yeah.
Even though it was an incomplete pass, you have to.
Yes, with the field position, absolutely.
Yeah. And you take your chances. They do like that play to Whiting, that's for sure. I think we're going to see that run right up the middle. That's the formation. We're going to see that run right up, between the guard and the tackle here.
Second and about 17.
No. And here he is, wide open on the outside. And
it's Whiting, and he's out of bounds.
And again, 24 has to be careful there. He was a little bit far outside again. Good tackle by
Skylar Richards. Yeah, we haven't called his name today.
We haven't called him too much, but you got to be careful.
They got a lot of that back in this 4-down territory, John.
Oh yeah, they got a lot back there. So, I mean, that play, because they're playing so far off, has been open every time.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Drury not give him as much.
Yeah, you got to have some room.
not saying you're gonna come in
maybe
and pick it
5
off,
yards,
but yeah.
5 yards maybe. But when you're 10 and 12 and 13 yards off the line of scrimmage, that just makes it too easy. Especially now he is 8 yards off on this side, and the other side is about 8 yards.
You got 3 guys split to the right. Whiting alone on the left-hand side. Shippy behind Davenport.
And this is going to be a pass. He avoided one guy, but he's not avoiding him.
We got
we got a sack. And it's by
Brian Goss, number 50.
50 and
Timmy Brazo, number 89.
Yeah.
They finally snuck through there.
It looks like Brazo on the way the reaction. It looked like Brazo got the majority of that tackle, but with assist by Goss. So that's huge play.
Yeah, 4th and about 16 now.
First time that he really seen any kind of pressure. Maybe the second time he's seen pressure of that magnitude in a game. So let me tell you, you got to do the same thing here. Can't give him time at 4th and 15, 4th and 16, somewhere around there.
So this is the only Mohawk possession, I believe, of the second half, John, because they got the opening kickoff,
right.
fumbled it, Drury scored, and then they've taken a lot off the clock here. We got a timeout, I believe.
Well, I think it was too much.
Got delay of game. That's going to cost them another 5.
Yeah. It looked like it took quite a while to get that play in.
So the clock stopped with 2:12 here in the third. And again, Drury had the momentum. It kind of swung the other way on this last. 3 first downs, John. The momentum kind of went back with the Warriors, but now Drury's starting to get it back again.
Right.
I'd say 4th and a little over 20.
Screen pass. This is a screen pass when you let everybody in, and it's set up.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
And just enough. I don't know. It depends on where they mark it. Just enough. Just enough.
Wow, what a great call. What an incredible call.
Well, it was, when they...
we can see it coming from up here.
Oh, yeah, you can see. When you got 4 linemen in the backfield, you know it's screen.
You got 6 blue jerseys coming in on the quarterback.
And guess
All
what?
he's got to do is complete it, and it's gone.
Yeah,
So,
let me tell you. You know what? But, yeah, you got by a few guys.
He just got the first down, John.
Yeah,
got the first down.
So you got it was amazing. I said, well,
was a 25-yard screen pass?
Well, something like that. And he ran about 15, 20 yards with it.
What a backbreaker for the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
We're not talking fourth quarter here where it was do or die, but they had the opportunity to get the ball back, and now it's 1st and 10 for Mohawk at the Drury 20-yard line. I guess it's, hey, kids, watch the screens a little bit too late now, huh?
Well, when
that was nice.
It was a great play
That
call.
was nice.
And he's going to run this time, first time all day, and he's going to get
20,
some yards.
15, and he's got 8
tackled by
yards.
Woodson, yeah.
And we got a Drury player injured on the 30-yard line
78.
on the other side. It's David Jantz.
Yeah, Jantz is down.
Number 78. So we're gonna take a timeout here as the coaches and the emergency medical staff goes out and check the young man out. We are at Drury High School at John J. Del Negro Field. There is 1:19 left here in the third quarter. The score at Mohawk 14 and Drury 7. We'll be right back. Okay, the young man was helped off the field, and he looks like he's doing pretty good on the sidelines.
Yeah.
It is 2nd and 2 for Mohawk. There's the give on the left side.
Wide
on
open.
a misdirect.
Yeah, into
and
touchdown.
all the way in for a touchdown is number 14, Cam Lococo, the junior. Touchdown, Mohawk. Everybody was focusing, John, on they were focusing on Shippy, 24, that's been done the majority of work. So that play was absolutely set up by that screen pass on that fourth and what, 25, 4th and forever.
It's close, yeah.
And he just made it too, or it would have been Drury football.
Yeah, he made it right on the 20-yard line, yeah. It was about 25 yards, or close to it.
And the kick is good. And Mohawk extends their lead to 21-7.
Mohawk 21 and
So Blue Devils worked so hard to get back on the board, and thought for a moment there they were going to get the ball back on that 4th and long, but that screen pass set it up, and the give Mohawk a lot of credit, John, for giving up that touchdown and then just driving the field.
Well, they made a couple of big plays there on 4th down and one on the. They
just ate almost 8 minutes off the clock just on that drive alone. But you know what? The more kids that you get involved, and you can't focus on one particular kid, the better off your football team.
Well, absolutely.
And that's why Shippey has been the bulldog, number 24. He's probably going to have over 100 yards by the time this game is done, and Lococo scores the touchdown. So, good for them. Here's the kick. It's going to come down to Pettingill and Anthony finally from the 2-yard line.
You better get going.
And taken down maybe around the 13-yard line or so, and Drury's going to set up, and they are kind of pinned back now.
They're pinned. Well, I used to see this with, when I used to see a little more football when my kids played. You can always come up for the ball, whether you're in a punt formation or kickoff formation. You can always come up to the ball, but when you start going backwards, you're in trouble. And then he dropped it beside, so all momentum for the young man was over. So he's lucky to get it out to the 15, to be honest with you. So
yeah, the forward progress was the 15-yard line, so that's where Drury will set up 1st and 10. Under a minute here in the 3rd quarter. Drury, who traveled 14-0 at halftime, did score early in the 3rd quarter to cut the deficit to 14-7, but Mohawk just scored, so now they're down 2 again.
They need a monster play. They need some broken tackles like this one right here.
There's Gelati.
And the pile's still moving.
At the 30, so Gelati's got a gain of about 16 yards for a Drury 1st down.
Other than the passing touchdown that was for 15 yards, that's their best play. And that went for 16 on the run. Great, hurry-up offense. That's pretty good.
Trying to get in a couple more plays in here.
Before the quarter.
Will McDonough, the center, gets the ball to there's Gelati, the freshman. He's going to have quite a career if he stays healthy, John, the young man. He's going to have a nice athletic career up here, Louis Gelati is.
Well,
looking forward to seeing him during basketball season when you and I are up here doing the Drury games.
Well, they're not going to have enough time to get to. They went to full huddle, so that's the end of the quarter. So.
Yeah, that will do it here at the end of 3 quarters here at Drury. It's going to be Mohawk 21 and Drury 7. They'll take a quick time out here, and we'll be right back with 4th quarter action. Here we go. 2nd down and about 4 for the Blue Devils. Start of the 4th quarter, trailing 21-0 on the Blue Devils.
Usually where you see Big Tim, that's where you see the ball
There's
being run.
Gelati. And he's got the 1st down. He's carrying players with him. They just can't get him down. We got
a late hold. That's going to kill everything. I mean, way after the fact. You got a pig pile of a running. The run is actually stopped, and they're pushing and shoving. Yeah, so that's going to make this drive really difficult.
It wasn't holding, John. It was something else.
Yeah, something. But it came so late.
A personal foul.
Came so late.
I think it's on Keegan Vidal.
Oh, yeah.
He was the only one in the backfield. He was the only one in the backfield, and that's where the flag was thrown by the quarterback. So Drury will now get set back, and it's going to be. Well, they're on the. Where's the ball? The ball's on the 20, and they need to get. So it's going to be. I don't believe it's 3rd down, though. I think is it 2nd and 21, John?
It could be that he could have lost it down because it could have been.
It's going back to 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, they just changed it now. So it's second and about 21.
That killed it. You got a 1st down, and you get that call. You got a 1st down on the play. And now you got a holding.
Yeah. And we got an interception.
So you just decline the penalty, that's all.
Exactly. That's all you're going to do, and Mohawk will take over.
Yeah. All because of a personal foul. You had a first down, and it looked like a personal foul or something that lost the play, and they lost the
Yeah,
yardage.
it's exactly what it is, John. It's holding on Drury. It's going to be declined. If Keegan had thrown an incompleted pass, the Drury would have at least retained possession. But Mohawk will take over, and with the momentum totally on their side again, leading 21-7 with 11 minutes left here in this ball game.
Well, you had two big plays in this game. One was the 4th and 25 on
that screen pass.
On that screen pass, and then you had a personal foul that basically stopped Drury because they had the first down or were close to it, and they lose the play and they get the yardage. So two big plays. What a difference it makes.
So here's Mohawk from the 39-yard line. Man in motion. Here's to give to Shippey. And
He's got nothing this time.
No, they kind of slowed it down.
Not going forward, real close to that snap.
Well, you got,
Gelati slowed it down. He was the first one to meet him right at the 40.
yeah, he did a good job there.
Yeah. And there was a minimal gain there.
Yeah, it's on.
Well, only gained about a yard that time. But you know what? I mean, that's the first time, John, that there was contact made pretty much at the line of scrimmage or near the line of scrimmage.
You know, with Mohawk the way it's going, I mean, you got to burn a little clock. Clock is your friend at this point. You got to burn it down when you got two score lead.
They're going to try to run. They're going to try to run if they can.
You would think. 4 wides again, back behind the pistol, the quarterback, and he's passing. And it's wide open
There it is again. There's Whiting.
Well, it's wide open all the time. And
picks up about 5.
Yeah.
Hey, the quarterback is a junior, and that's very bright when you got a kid that can throw like that. And
no, you got a good arm. And you got the 4 wides, you got formations, you got a line that can hold it. But you got to have a kid to catch it too. So, and a guy to throw it. And they do.
3rd down, about 5. Ball around the 34-yard line or so. Here's Shippey. Good job by Ryan Goss.
Goss got him right at the line. So
Goss and David Jan, 78. I'm glad to see that young man still in there, John.
he
was
came
helped
back
out the
in.
field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it 4th and about 4.
Freshman and a sophomore on those tackles there for Drury.
I say you swing it a pass play out to this wide side and see if your wide receiver can't get your 4 yards. That would be my call.
Set up the screen again and take it in for a touchdown.
Well, not even. They're playing off the line. So,
that screen pass was a great call for that situation.
Yeah, because they had a sack the play before it. So everybody's happy and excited. And so I'm going to say you're going to see a pass out to the right here. And then they got to try to beat these guys over here. That'd be my guess. No, he's going to go left. And he's wide. He made the double move.
Got him, and he overthrew him.
Oh, he did a double move, and he was wide open, but ball thrown out of bounds.
The 7-yard line or so. A little thrown out of bounds. And Drury will take over on downs. This is a must-score possession for the Blue Devils as they take over on their own 33-yard line.
Well, that's a great stop by Drury at that point. That's for sure. Just when it was looking really bad for the Devils, after what happened the last time and after the interception, and really the ball is probably farther advanced than it was when they had the ball.
There could be a real, as we said earlier, John, Ware High School has already clinched the Tri-County League, but Drury, if they lose this ball game and fall to 4-2, they could actually be tied with McCann, both at 4-2. There could be a cluster of teams in there. It's Vidal.
And he's open.
Throws
a little overthrown, but a tough throw, but he's got an arm.
It's intended
for number 22. Yeah, who's that?
Isaiah Martin.
We haven't called his name all day.
He's a Greylock athlete.
Well, you know he can throw the ball. That's for sure. With his arm, I probably would have developed a little bit of a passing attack. He's got a good arm.
2nd and 10.
But then again, you got to have...
He gets a little guy, but he does have a decent arm.
No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you got to have the guys that can hold the line a little bit. And again, you got to have the guys that catch the ball, too. But it ain't a lack of arm strength.
This is a must-score drive for Drury with the clock
stopped.
It's at least stopped, but it's not in their favor. 9 minutes left in the ball game. trailing by 2 scores.
4 or 5 timeouts left. So you gotta score this time down
They did a big play.
and delay a game. And that's the problem you have when you got to run to the sideline, get the call, and then run back. That takes time. I always thought that the quarterback is wiped out by the end of the game by the time he does all that running. So that was a big play. To me, if I had wide receivers, I'd be running. I always said this, and I always gotta. I'll talk about it in a minute about when my son played for a sec. He's going down.
Fidel looks. And he's going to get taken down right where the down marker is, and now it's going to be 3rd and 15.
I said to Tanner, I says, how come they don't run wide receivers for the play? You got to run back and forth. And then I said to ask Coach once too, right? So it's Coach at the time that he was playing. I want to talk to the quarterback to see what he's seeing. What he's seeing is a mess. Just give him, get the wide receiver to go in and out and and call the plays. You get the play in quicker and save your quarterback's legs. This was a screen, but he fell. When you slide on the grass, you're done. And now you're going to get a flag, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He just spiked the ball.
Yeah, spike the ball in frustration, gives him another 15. So.
Is that unfortunate?
Look at where the first down was.
So it's going to be 4th, and Drury will punt the ball away.
It's a 5-yard penalty because of delay of the game. Lost his footing again, and that's just frustration. The grass is a little better than you think.
I'm just wondering why he wasn't in a pistol or shotgun, John, on the passing downs. But
Well, it got partially blocked.
picked up at the 30.
Oh, we got an offensive player with the ball too, and he got pushed out of bounds by the kicker.
Yeah, it might be Shippy. I can't tell by the jersey.
Yeah.
Is it? But it is. Yeah.
It was Shippy, number 24. Shippy had the ball, and the kicker actually pushed him out of bounds. So a good field position.
Yeah, I mean he ran just like he does when he gets the ball on the handoff. So, yeah.
Well, with the play-in games, Ricky, the 2 extra games, we spoke a little bit off the air, but the way the records line up and the competition, don't be surprised if Drury plays McCann again, and they could.
Oh, that would be great.
And they could maybe even see this team again. If you use matching records, and you're not going to play the team that has no wins.
Right, absolutely. So Drury McCann do have a real good shot of playing.
They got a real good shot playing again.
There should be. Oh, finally, Matt on the line of scrimmage for the first time today, and actually taken back for a loss.
That was a big hit too.
For 90% of the game, he's had gaping holes off both the left and right side, usually the right side. He lost a yard, 2nd and 11.
But Coach wants to run. Well, he may pass the ball just because I say he may want to run the ball, but
I'm surprised they're doing a hurry-up offense right now.
Well, yeah, burn some clock, and then he's going to go pass.
Davenport looks. He's got a completed pass.
And a broken tackle.
Finally taken down by Austin Gross. Again, 34. He's been the defensive star.
Yeah,
my
34 has been all over the
today.
place. Absolutely. He is the star of the defensive squad. There's been a couple other really good players out there for sure for Drury, but 34 has been everywhere. We've seen Goss, we've seen Brazo, we've seen Woodson, we've seen different guys that have been pretty active, but not as active as 34.
Well, think about the Blue Devils, John. They've dug right in there and they haven't given up. They're outsized, huge. At halftime, talked to the assistant coaches that are filming up here, and they're telling me about some of the kids. He said, "Well, look at the size of our offensive line." I said, "Oh yeah, we've mentioned it several times today. The size of the offensive line."
Yeah, they're big. They're huge.
And they've been dominant.
And there's a run. That hole's bigger.
That was a lot better.
Yeah.
And he's got the first down.
Yep.
No, you're
So it's real close to it. I would say that it's right on the bubble of first down, and it is.
First and goal?
Yeah, it's first and goal from the 8. 7.5.
Clock running. With about 6 minutes left. Be under 6 by the time this snap comes on.
Yeah.
Very impressed, John, with the Mohawk team. Again, I'm a little surprised.
Well, they give you a lot. They give you, some power. They give you some speed, and they give you a passing game.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a lot of Division 8 teams in Western Mass that really could stop this offense totally.
I think what I see with this team, though, and give them credit, the offensive side. I just don't know if you go up against the more powerhouses, what their defense would stand up. But the offense certainly looks like it could stay with anybody. It's whether their defense could stay up with some of the top teams.
I agree. Totally agree. I think if there may be a weakness, would be. And the other thing.
Not to say that Drury's burning up the offense here today, but I'm saying teams that Huzik's not in their division, right? So, but they're in 8. But
they're in Division 8. They're not in their
division. That's all.
Yeah, they're in the division, not in the league.
Right. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Whiting split out left. 3 split to the right.
Well, they didn't touch anybody.
No harm.
They can get back. Oh, we threw it behind them. Stops the clock.
Danny Cartwell said that he got held and he got thrown to the ground with his face mask, and said the referee never saw it.
Yeah, he's pretty animated about it too.
They entered the neutral zone.
So it's 3rd and goal for Mohawk. Drury trying to stay in this ball game with the 4:44 left on the clock.
What are they trying to say that he got back in time?
Big 3rd down here. It's 4 down territory. Logic.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. 3rd and goal, and he's looking left. Oh, but it was going to blow up that time anyway because
Woodson read it a lot better.
Yeah.
And he, again, John, I know it's a short field right now. That's why I didn't give him the 10 yards. That's why he was up there a little bit closer.
Yeah, you got to get up on tight. You can't be giving any extra right now. You got to be within 3 yards of them, or 4 yards of the receivers now.
So the incompleted pass will stop the clock, and it's 4th and goal.
From the 6.
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So here we go. I mean, his favorite guy has been Whiting. Well, we're going to go for the field goal. I like this because it's not much deeper than, I was going to say, maybe they'll go for the field goal here. And so it's a 23-yarder. And when his extra point was long gone, so he could make this easy. And there it is. Down. Oh,
it's blocked. It's a free ball.
And see if he can't go. Can he beat the kicker?
Oh, good job there.
If it wasn't for
great job by number 19.
Right.
Cullen Brown. He was the kicker.
And that Gross, he had one man to beat, and the guy had the angle on him, and he made sure he tackled him.
That was a huge tackle.
That was a great play by Cullen. Stop there.
Cullen Brown, number 19, tracking down Gross, who
I thought maybe go by him, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he had the angle.
If it was just a little bit quicker, he could have gone for a touchdown, and boy, that would have changed the complexion of the game definitely. But the Blue Doves, nevertheless, totally not out of it yet, trailing 21-7, had the ball at midfield. But it's got to be a quick score.
Oh, you can't be doing this run up the middle stuff now.
No, it has to be a quick score.
This has got to be a fake run, and they got to pass it.
They got to come out of their element.
There's the fake run. Got on the backside. Guy's on his backside. Fumble. And right like that.
That was a great play.
So Keegan Vidal got tracked down from behind, and I don't know if he couldn't feel him coming or not, but loses the football, and Mohawk will take over, and that pretty much puts the exclamation.
That's the end of that, yeah.
Yep.
All the momentum you had is gone.
.420 left, and Mohawk they could, Drury, I'm sure will try to burn their timeouts as much as they possibly can, and desperately try to get the ball back, but
You got to see what happens on the first play here. If you can snuff them out, I'd say you
How
start.
big was that last touchdown though, John, on that screen pass? When they
Oh yeah.
That's huge. It was 14-7. Look for Shippey right here. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, I'm looking for the run up the middle. It's
Yep.
been pretty successful. Shame on him if he doesn't do it.
There
There
should
you
be
go.
left side this time. Good pursuit.
Now, because of the
I mean,
gain, maybe you call timeout, or you make one more.
Gross
Again. He was there, and so wasn't.
Gross and Goss.
Goss was there. A couple other guys were there too. We get lost in some of the linemen sometimes that are making part of that play also. That they got their arm in there, and we just can't see their jerseys.
Yeah, that was towards his coach too.
So,
He's mad.
yeah,
Something that happened.
if you stop them here and snuff them out, then I guess you could use a timeout. But you got to stop them here.
Yep.
And to me, if I'm the Mohawk coach, I just run the ball again, burn the clock.
Davenport looks long going down the sideline, and this time I believe it's picked off. And it is. It is intercepted by Dante Woodson.
To me, that
about
was
the 5-yard line.
I got caught without seeing it, so I didn't thought he would just run the ball out and just keep running it and burn clock, but or burn timeouts by Drury. Well, let's put it this way: you got to have an open tackle or something happen right here for 95 yards. See if you can't have something like Woodson or somebody, break a tackle and get loose.
Yeah, but you know what? If Vidal had 3 to 5 seconds more, John.
Yeah.
Things might have changed just slightly a little bit, but he's been under a lot of pressure.
Oh, he's been under the gun, or so they say, under the heat anyway.
Finally, in a shotgun where I think he's a lot safer and has a couple of more seconds to look downfield.
And the ball was short, and then he just tensional. Probably nobody out there, but
that could be a grounding because he's not outside the tackle. And it is. It's gonna be incomplete and a loss of down.
They threw the flag.
And he's in the end zone, so it could be a safety, maybe.
He threw it like 10 seconds after the play. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they called it. They're good.
Touch.
And your safety. Yep.
That's what I just said. When you're in the
you
end
called
zone.
it, John.
Yep.
So it's 2 points, and
2 points, and you got to kick it.
Drury will free kick to Mohawk.
You're just better off heaving it even down the middle of the field at that point. I know what he tried to do.
Yep.
Give him credit, and he just say, "Hey, I'm not going to get tackled for a loss for a safety." But wherever that play was designed to go, you got to kind of just heave it towards wherever that design was going to go. Well, at this point, they got to punt it away, and
They have to dead punt.
and if Mohawk throws the ball anymore in this game, then shame on them. You just run the ball, run the clock out. Don't take your shot within an interception again.
Yeah, that is right. But a dead punt, there's no play afterwards. It's a free punt. Because you're still got
So
Score is 23-7.
yeah,
And Drury will kick off.
he's getting a tee. I don't think you get the option. I think you got to punt.
No, it's a free kick.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. That's why they call it free. You can choose.
Okay.
I don't think you can do the Doug Flutie drop kick, but I think you can do the punt.
Well, the pros they punt it because you get the hang time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, John, you have to see the team to see what they're about because I had not seen Mohawk this year, and on paper, just on paper,
Yeah.
they looked okay, middle of the crowd. And but I'll tell you what, like I said, McKeon, if they win their game today at home against Pathfinder on their
They
senior
can see
day,
him again, yeah.
They can tie Drury for second place in Tri-County this year.
Well, big holes here. He didn't get to the outside. He was trying to. Good tackle
Dante
by
Woodson again.
and
Yeah.
number 22 also for Drury.
So
Martin.
They've had Gross, Woodson, Goss, Brazo. Heard their names a lot today. Played extremely well, those kids. Offense has been a struggle for Drury. The one bright spot, of course, was a touchdown pass from Vidal to Woodson to cut the lead in half. But since then, the momentum went right back to Mohawk again. Mohawk definitely, John, was the better team today. That's
yes,
for sure.
no question about that today. They had a couple of big plays. Drury had a slimmer of hope here in the second quarter, and they had that first down and near the 40-yard line, but then they had the penalty for 15 yards. I believe it was unsportsmanlike. That kind of wiped out that momentum they had and maybe a shot to get back in the game. Shippy up the middle.
All three.
All I can tell you is, at the way it's going now, he should not be passing the ball anymore at this point. Just run it.
Yeah, it doesn't need
run
to.
the clock.
Run the clock right
Run
out.
the clock out. And give kudos to the defense of Drury. They've been out there the whole game, so it seems.
Where
that line, the defensive line, has been busy the whole game. So they've logged a lot of minutes on defense.
Ware High School has won the Tri-County League. They're going to go 6-0, John. Their only loss was to Hoosick Valley in a non-conference game. Drury and McCann are both going to end up 4-2 if McCann wins the game today at home against Pathfinder.
Tiebreaker goes to Drury, though.
Yeah. There's almost no gain there on the give.
Right. But this is a smart thing for the coach.
Palmer and Mohawk are going to finish 3-3 in the league. And Pathfinder has one win over Smith Volk. So Smith Volk may finish last in the Tri-County. But, yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, John. We don't think a lot about the two remaining games that the teams have that aren't in the playoff hunt. But I can't see them not having Drury McCann do it one more time.
And have it up here.
And the Blue Devils won that one 14-13 in a game that I thought for the whole second half McCann dominated. They happened to lose their quarterback. Darius Tavani that game, and hey, who knows? That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd make that the last game of the year up here.
I wish it was. Here's Davenport keeping the ball.
He should just go down.
Yeah, and he is tackled by Woodson for a loss. But
he just tried to keep the clock running.
No, that's smart football.
Right. He could have ran out of bounds and not take the hit, but he keeps the clock running.
They don't need to put any points on the board. They've got it well in hand.
Right. And be honest with you, I don't even punt the ball here. I let the clock run down, run the play, and then have it go over on downs.
So Drury will finish 4-2 in the league, and they're going to go to 5-3 overall. The Blue Devils will have two remaining games, and we're not really sure until the MIA sets the last two. They'll have one home and one away, as will the McCann Tech Hornets. And we really hope that Drury and McCann do get to play again. We'll see.
I think they're going to sit right down there for the delay of game and then take the knee. Well, here we go. Oh, boy. Drop kick. A little trick play. Little razzle-dazzle. Yeah. Okay.
And it's going to go inside the 20-yard line, down right there. And then Drury will get one, maybe two plays left.
I like that play, too, even. That's just a little bit of trickery. It looks like you're going to down the ball. And then you got the wide receiver that comes out and comes behind the group of players and does a drop kick. That's pretty good.
I think when people see the score here, John, I think Drury, I want to say that the Drury came in favored just based upon paper.
On paper,
but that doesn't
home field.
always tell the tale.
They were
home
outplayed
field,
today.
senior day, yeah.
You can't say they weren't outplayed, but certainly the way it looked like, I thought it was even going to be a wider margin in the score. And Drury at least held serve a little bit here in the second half. It could have got way out of hand, and it didn't.
Yeah, it was 14-0 at half.
They got give the defense some credit there, the hold in there.
Woodson?
Yeah, just up the middle.
Yeah.
That's the last play of this game. So.
Here, you hand me it.
So, with the clock running down, that's the end of this game.
Yeah, that'll do it. They'll just run it out. Drury's going to try to get one play off. Let's see if they can get the one play off. Well, a little reverse here for a first down as the clock goes out.
Yeah.
Isaiah Martin, number 22, gets taken out of bounds at the 40-yard line, and that will do it here from Drury High School on Senior Day.
I wish I would have done that earlier.
So congratulations to the Blue Devils. Hopefully they can get one out of two or both games that are remaining.
That'd be really
very good chance
nice.
of a winning season.
Yep.
But the one thing they can't take away from them is second place in the Inter-County League or Tri-County League. So congratulations to Coach Marceau for what his kids have accomplished this year. But the scoreboard was not in their favor today as the Blue Devils fall to Mohawk Trail 23-7 here on Senior Day. For John Bird and Jordan Hurlbut, I'm Rick Bois saying thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.